Hey, what's up guys? This week, let's talk about how you create a 30 or 60-day game plan to jumpstart your self-esteem. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Welcome to another episode of Prosperity TV. You can see I'm back in Miami in my kitchen doing this. I was going to try and get you a show from Ukraine or Moscow, which is where I was this week. I thought I could get something really cool, another one from Red Square like I did the last time, or in front of one of those amazing Greek Orthodox churches or something. But to be honest, I was running in and out quickly. It was cold, it was rainy, it was gray, and so I didn't think it was going to be a gorgeous location shoot anyway. So I'm doing one now that I'm back home. All right, self-esteem. Why is this so important? And I'm doing this subject because I did a blog about it about a week ago, and it really resonated with people. And I think the readers on my blog at randygage.com, they kind of saw a connection for the first time of, oh, maybe that's why I'm self-sabotaging myself. Maybe that's why I'm not setting higher goals. Maybe that's not why I'm not taking more deliberate action toward my goal, because I have worthiness issues, because I don't think I deserve more success or deserve more prosperity. So I did this whole game plan, which I think could really be helpful for you. And because if you do boost your self-esteem, you will set higher goals. You will go after things with more passion and intensity and urgency. And I think you'll accomplish more. And then you build success, builds on success, and you have you have better results because you get that momentum going. So let's talk about, I'm going to go through the blog here, what I wrote up, and kind of go through with it. First thing I said is the most important habit you can create is daily self-development time. And we've talked about that before, but I have to emphasize it because it was the total game changer for me. It was the total life changer for me when I started doing that. And I think you have to do at least 20 minutes a day. And it's best to do it in the morning before you go out into the world. You set your intention, and then you get yourself focused and operating at that level, and you attract people and circumstances that are in alignment with who you want to become, what it is you want to do. So during that time, you want to read, watch, or listen to stimulus that will empower you, make you feel better about yourself. The next thing is a cool down period before you go to bed. I like to keep, you remember for one of the shows the other week, I talked about As a Man Thinketh, how I always keep that next to my bed. That's kind of my go-to for something positive before you go to bed at night. I think you need something like that, a spiritual book or an inspirational book. And even if it's just 5 minutes to get positive thoughts going through your brain, because I believe they work all through the night in your subconscious mind. And the best prosperity tip I will ever give you is turn off your phone before you go to bed, put it in a charger, and make sure that charger is not in the room where you sleep. Have this cool down period. The last thing you want to do before bed is be checking messages on your phone and see what the latest political argument on Twitter or Facebook is. Same thing, you don't want to watch the nightly news or a slasher movie or some intense action thriller that's going to get you all jacked up and then you can't sleep peacefully. Have that cool down period. Next thing would be start every day with positive affirmations. And I have about 10 I put in the blog. I live a life of adventure, joy, and abundance. I break through self-limiting beliefs and open myself to possibilities. I act boldly and dare to be great. I'm gonna cut and paste all these affirmations, and I'm gonna put them in the description of this show for you guys watching on the YouTube channel. For you guys listening on the podcast, you need to go to randygage.com and check out that blog, which is Game Plan to Jumpstart Your Self-Esteem. And here's the thing, when you first do, if you have never done affirmations before, you may feel a little self-conscious, like, this is weird, this is cheesy, I don't know, this is strange, why am I talking to myself? Because I believe you should affirm them out loud and often, because you want to create the most impressions on your subconscious mind. And here's the killer thing you got to know. If you feel like self-conscious about doing affirmations, that's a direct tell that you have low self-esteem. Because it's like, why else would you worry about how do I look to myself if I'm talking to myself? Or how would I look to other people if I'm talking to myself? That's just low self-esteem. So get over it. All right, I'm going to give you a bunch of books in this. Remember, it's 30 to 60 days. You want to get serious? You could do this in 30 days. You're like most people, you say, well, I don't read that fast, or I don't read that many books, so all right, make it a 60-day thing. It's totally up to you. How fast do you want to have higher self-esteem? So first book, read or reread one of my earlier books from back in the day, Why You're Dumb, Sick, and Broke, and How to Get Smart, Healthy, and Rich. Now, why am I telling you that? Because you got to understand, you have probably developed a pattern throughout your life of limiting beliefs. And so what that book will do will help you to realize, you'll question your core foundational beliefs, you'll know which ones to question, you'll realize the ones you need to blow up and replace with empowering ones. And you're going to start to catch yourself, because the thing is, you're still getting programmed with limiting beliefs and negative beliefs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You read that book again, it'll help you identify and recognize when you're getting programmed with that. Next one, read or reread The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Now, why do I want you to read that book? I want you to, and it's fiction, but just read the story of, because it's an amazing depiction of what happens when people choose greatness and then how society reacts against them. Next, read or reread Accept Your Abundance. That's, if you look at my 5-book prosperity series, that's the first one, the one with the purple cover. Because it'll help you realize that you're worthy. If you don't accept you can't be treated for prosperity. You have to be open to receive it. And so that's what that book's about. All the books, I'm not going to put links. They're on Amazon. I don't ever use affiliate links anyway for the 12 cents I'm going to make or whatever. So just know, but go to Amazon for all of the books I'm talking about. If you're watching the video, subscribe to this channel, Prosperity TV. If you're listening to the podcast, get over to YouTube and subscribe. And then once a week, every Monday, there's a new show like this to kind of give you an episode to empower yourself. Next one is a pair of books from my good friends, the lovely and talented Bob Berg and John David Mann. And the books are The Go-Giver, which was their first one in the series, and then The Go-Giver Influencer, which is the most recent one in the series. And why I want you to read those books is because it will give you, you will start to get an understanding of what healthy giving is, instead of the needy, dysfunctional kind that most people have. The next thing on the list is to pre-order the book, The 5 a.m. Club, which is the next book coming out from my good friend, Robin Sharma. Robin's just a heavyweight when it comes to inspiration and personal growth and self-development. I've just loved his work for years and years. So I've seen excerpts of that, as it's been in progress, and I can't wait to get it myself. Now, depending when you're watching this, it's actually coming out in December 2018. And I know these shows, sometimes people are watching them 4 years later. So if it's after December 2018, the book is already out. Next thing on the list is subscribe to the Power Prosperity podcast that I do. So right now I'm doing 3 shows a week. I might even increase it. It's got amazing response. We're just really going up by leaps and bounds, and I'm so jacked about the response I'm getting from people. But what that is, I do an audio version of this show every Monday. We find one of the older episodes and we do an audio episode of that on Fridays. And then on Wednesday, I'm always doing original exclusive content just for the subscribers. And it's, just constant empowerment and encouragement to help you have a more positive, stronger self-esteem. I really get on the podcast if you're not. And if you're not a podcast person, this is the message from the universe telling you it's time to start. Because you can play it in your car now with the Bluetooth. You can do it on the treadmill or the elliptical while you're walking the dog, when you're on long airplane flights. I'm enamored with the self-development and personal growth you can get from podcasting now. And then finally, do a people inventory. And we've talked about the 5 people you spend the most time with, the old Jim Rohn quote. I want you to double that. I want you to think of, and literally do this, literally make a list. Who are the 10 people you spend the most time with? And I mean the most time with. So who you're married to, who you live with, who you work next to in the same cubicle for 8 hours a day, whatever the case may be. So do that list, get the 10 people you spend the most time with, and then you got to put them in 1 or 2 categories. They're either the category of they build you up, or they're the category of they tear you down. And do the math. If you don't have at least 6 of the 10 who build you up, who want the best for you, who empower you, who inspire you to be a better person, then you're going to have to make some trade-ins and trade in some old models for some new models. But you've got to get that number up to 6 out of 10. All right, I hope you really jump into this. Hope you really take it seriously. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. If you have other affirmations you like, or other activities, programs, strategies that help you build your own self-esteem, I'd love to hear about it. So go out and have an amazing week. Peace. All right, I'm headed next, Salt Lake City, then Vienna. After that, I will get you a show from somewhere on the journey. Have a great day, guys.